what's happening with the outer planets. So in this image, I called it review, revise, and release, because the outer planets have all gone back into places in the mandala and on the astrological wheel where they were before. Like I said, we're in retrograde season. Pluto has turned around and is going forward, but Pluto was retrograde. But everybody else is retrograde, and everybody else is in a piece of territory that they were in before. So in this massive reset that we're in here on planet Earth, we're given this last period of time, really between now and the end of February, or if you want to count the very end of it, it'll be when Uranus moves fully back into Gemini, which will happen at the end of April, right? That'll be the end of all of these outer planets changing sign within 18 months of each other. I mean, Pluto moved fully into Aquarius about a year ago, right? Just about a year ago. And that started it, right? And then we're going to have that completed when Uranus moves fully into Gemini next April. So we've had this long period of time where the outer planets have moved into their new signs, and then they've moved back into their previous signs, which is where most of them are right now, right? And they're going to be back in there. And this is a time to review and revise and release. It's like a last time. It's kind of like, when you are moving out of your house, you go back in one more time. You're like, what else is in here that I haven't taken care of yet, right? We're cleaning house in a big way. And so use this opportunity to dig deep and be like, you know what? I can really let go of a lot of stuff that I thought I needed. I'm in the process of doing that a lot. And I know a lot of other people are. So don't think of it as scary, like as loss. I mean, sometimes you might feel that sense of loss. You might want to feel the grief if there is loss. Let yourself feel it. Let it move through your body. But rather than attaching onto it, be like, yes, we are in the transition between the ages. Right? We're moving from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. These are big cycles. They're thousands of years long, right? And we're in the midst of the transition period. And transition periods are turbulent. I mean, by their nature, they are turbulent. So if you're feeling the turbulence, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just the energy that you're feeling. But the question is, so for example, Jupiter is in the gate 62, which is the gate of details or preparation. Jupiter is saying, are you prepared? What details do you need to pay attention to? Go ahead and focus on that for a bit. Okay. Saturn has moved back into the gate 36, which is known as crisis or exploration. But its really empowering aspect at this time is it helps us to break the patterns of the past. So you can be asking Saturn to help you be like, okay, one more time. We're going through my personal past, our collective past. What patterns do we need to break so that we can be clear and grounded and purposeful moving forward? Then we've got Uranus in the 8, like I mentioned before, right? Uranus moved back into the gate 8, saying, are you doing the contribution that's yours to do? Is it fulfilling for you, right? Do you need to have an awakening here? Do you need to, bring in some energy, which is like that Uranian energy, right? Do you need to bring in some of that to make the change that'll really help you get on track with the contribution that's going to be truly fulfilling for you? And then we have Neptune in the gate 25. Now, Neptune's situation is kind of unique. Pluto had this as well, but let's focus on Neptune, which is at the gate 25, straddles Pisces and Aries. So Neptune moved into the gate 25 when it moved into Aries, right? Actually, a little bit before that, and then moved into Aries and was in Aries and now has retrograded back into Pisces. And as it does that, right, it's still in the gate 25. And the gate 25 is the love of spirit. It's all about our connection to source. And so Neptune, right, this benevolent, divine love energy, which can fall into delusion and addiction and that kind of thing if we're not paying attention. Notice if you've got any like kind of addictive stuff that's getting activated for you right now, because you might, and this will be a good time to clean it up. And Neptune will be here until February of next year. So you have an opportunity to really be honest with yourself to say, am I clear with my dreams, or am I falling into delusion or fantasy, right? Which isn't grounded, which is just my way of kind of escaping. Or am I actually building my dreams right now? Am I tapping into that divine love, which is the source of everything, to be able to fuel my dreams while Neptune is still in Pisces, and it's going to move back into Aries in February. And then we have Pluto. Pluto is now moving forward, was retrograde for a while, so it's moving forward, but is still back in territory it was in a long time ago, the gate 60. So Pluto was in the gate 60 for about 4 years, is now just doing a last little touch in. And let's remember that the gate 60, known as conservation, is the place where we sort through all of the new possibilities that have come in through superconsciousness and decide, do we want to carry them forward into our future? So the 60 is also in the knowing circuit. So we've got a lot of this highly intuitive knowing circuit lit up, and we're sorting through, right? What is it of the old that we want to bring forward, and what is it of the old that we want to just let burn up in the next Phoenix cycle, right? Because of course, there's things we want to carry forward from the old. So we want to make sure that we have those and bring those with us, but be discerning, right? And look at your attachments. See, it's like, oh, I've got to have that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't. Right? Be honest with yourself. This is great for decluttering, right? And you can declutter a lot of things. You can declutter your home of physical things, but you can also declutter your mind. You can declutter your heart, right? So there's a lot of places where you can just be like, you know what? I'm going to go through and I'm going to see what else can I release.